The legislature has been hotly debating whether to hold a special session in February to address the insurance crisis. Some say it's just too expensive. Commissioner Jim Donelon explained to me why it's so important. Commissioner Donelon, for anyone who thought that we would be on the rebound of the insurance industry and for people who were hit hard, that hasn't happened yet, has it?
Not at all. We're still at the peak of the crisis. And it's only getting worse on a daily basis because those folks who are now in Citizens, our state market of last resort, 120,000 of them, just this month, January, started feeling the pain of the 63% rate increase that I had to approve under the law for that state-sponsored program. January 1, those renewing in January saw that 63% increase. And 10,000 of them each month will see that 63% increase as they renew.
So it's hitting people who can't afford that anyway.
Absolutely.
But who it's difficult to afford that in any case. So that's hitting people. So you've got that time element there. And you also have hurricane season coming.
And the whole purpose of the incentive program is to get more companies in to relieve the pressure on citizens and also to prevent failures from exacerbating the problem of our safety net, the Louisiana Insurance Guarantee Association. And those companies, small regional, State Farm and Allstate and Liberty Mutual, they're not coming for grant money from the state. They have more business than they want in all coastal states. So it's these small regional companies that we've been dependent on since Katrina that need to reinsure their risk through the international reinsurance marketplace, 2/3 of which is located offshore, Zurich, Bermuda, London, etc. So we spread our significant coastal exposure actually around the world through that reinsurance market.
So if we're in a football game, this insurance game right now, what quarter are we in?
We're in the third quarter.
Okay.
We're trying to get the program in place to attract these companies, 8 or 9 of which are knocking on our door right now, wanting to know the latest on whether we're going to have a special session to fund the program or not. And they need to get that information and get that money to prove it before they go to Zurich or London or Bermuda and buy their reinsurance effective May 31st for the next hurricane season.
And since we're in the third quarter, we don't know the outcome yet, do we?
No question about it.
But it's in doubt, certainly.
It is truly, truly in doubt, and it's critical. Literally thousands of folks, hardworking folks that are trying to make a living and to build their biggest asset, their home, as part of their wealth. And they're in danger of losing those homes if they have to buy insurance at 63% higher than they're paying right now.
Well, I was reminded by my insurance agent recently when I mentioned of a claim that might happen, and I've never had a claim before, for some roof damage. My deductible is $5,000, and I thought, wow, that's kind of high, isn't it? And he said, you're lucky to even have one at that point.
40% of the policies in Louisiana have a 5% named storm deductible. Typical home is insured for $200,000. That's $10,000 deductible for wind and hail or hurricane or named storm. Different companies call it different things. But a lot of the blue roofs that we see all around town are because of that high deductible that folks can't meet.
So in this time frame of getting this work done in a special session, how quickly can that be accomplished?
If we do what we are hoping to do, and I've spoken to the governor, I've spoken to the speaker and the president of the Senate about it, a special session of limited duration, 1 week after first week in February, get the bill signed by February 15th, we can be putting money in the hands of these 8 companies or 9 companies by the middle of March. And they can be going to the reinsurance marketplace, telling them what their new book of business is, what their need for coverage is, and then be selling policies in competition with Citizens by May 1st, April 15th, May 1st.
And there's one other thing. Florida, what's happening there or has happened there is something that we have to look at and is similar in some ways, correct?
Absolutely, but that's for the regular session. That's not for the immediate need, for the crisis, to address the the critical situation that so many folks are facing. But Florida fixed a badly broken system so that we don't have as much to fix. There are some things we'd like to do in that session, but theirs was impacting our market even before Laura, Delta, Zeta, and Ian, because many of those small companies that we attracted, including the one that insured my home for the past 10 years, were being taken down into insolvency by the dysfunction in the Florida market, even without hurricanes over there. That's before they had Ian, the new all-time record holder insured loss hurricane, finally replacing Katrina as the most expensive of all time.
Well, people are waiting to find out what happens. They're hanging on this, and it's really important, and you're at the helm of it. Thank you, sir.
I welcome the opportunity to serve, and never before in my career has it been as challenging but as important as this is.
Thank you.
Thank you.